A pleasure to meet y'all at last, and welcome back to Why Is That 3.0. Season 3, or, it's just more PC at this point. Depending on what your preference is, doesn't seem to matter too much. But the thing is, though, this is the third season I decided to make for this series. But, moving on. The question that I have for today is actually going to be about my YouTube channel. In terms of view count, of course. So, with that in mind, let's just go on ahead and answer this one question, which says, why is that the view count on your videos are much lower than they should be? Well, it looks like this guy is a step in the right direction. I really feel that viewership on my channel does, in fact, need a little bit of implication. Actually, maybe a lot of implication here, because the kind of hard work that I do, the kind of content I put out there, gaming, Hot Wheels, Nerf, I mean, these are things that are getting millions of views every year, and yet mine never go within that margin. Just seems kind of suspicious. But I will definitely agree with the fact that there's just a lot of things out there that are happening, and lots of videos out there that's mostly clickbait, for the record. And the thing is that all these different videos and stuff that have been getting millions of views or even billions of views actually pertains to three different things. Commonly, from what I understand so far about the whole situation with all these view-grabbing things that are out there, one thing would probably be the music videos. We definitely have had a history of music videos having billions of views overnight. Such music videos would include Something Just Like This by The Chainsmokers and Coldplay, as well as Driver's License by Olivia Rodrigo, Despacito, and What Does the Fox Say? But the thing is, that whole thing started way longer than a number of things that have happened in more recent years. And if you want to know where the origin to the billion view count is, then well, it's from one music video in particular, PSY's Gangnam Style from 2012. That was the reason why videos have since been getting in the billion views margin, or even above that. And not only have music videos definitely shown that they can be way bigger, or probably even better than Gangnam Style, you could basically say that Gangnam Style walked so other musicians could run. Yeah. And combined, it definitely is a much bigger margin in comparison to the one that started it all. The second thing relating to views, and probably the most common that we have these days, are the videos of people responding to extreme backlash and controversy. Such things that have happened in life. Animal abuse, child trauma, assault, arson, mostly criminal level things. And there's been a huge lineage of videos where people themselves are literally standing up, going to the internet and creating some sort of apology letter, or some kind of response as a whole to getting canceled, or to some other possible degree, as a means of attempting to try to control the amount of damage that they've caused. But the thing is, even if you delete an internet post, even if you delete an account that you've had, even if you delete anything, if a post goes viral, someone manages to copy it, you can't do nothing about it anymore. It's technically public domain stuff now. They'll use your information against you. With people that are so impulsive nowadays and unable to have self-control over such simple things like writing a post on the internet that could be seen as insensitive or really bad. I mean, there's just a number of huge factors that have been outlined there on social media that people fail to realize. And this last generation of people that have been born in 2002 and onwards to today, all the people that have been on the internet, they've caused a huge level of uproar. And in turn, it's allowing most of us adults to follow suit. When the kids cause the drama, what are we left to do here? We're left to practically stir the pot, according to most. So, thank goodness I left up to 90% of all social media. YouTube and Instagram probably are the only possible good things that we've ever had relating to this stuff. Now, there are plenty of ways that we could improve some of these platforms. Twitter is an absolute lost cause, though. Even worse than MySpace. But if there's one final thing that does in fact allow view counts to come up, it's because of certain trends. Yes. So, as I've mentioned before, the billion view counts that have added up because of popular music videos and dance moves and such. And then, of course, that there's been kind of a trend going on where people have been making apology videos or responses to backlash of all sorts of things because of certain things they've done or posts that they've made on the web, insensitive and whatnot, or causing an uproar or outcry. It's trends as a whole. If you engage in a certain thing out there, then basically, here in 2023, if you decide to create, let's say, your own opinion on the matters regarding certain things that are happening, like politics or disasters that have unfolded this year so far, like the Ohio train incident or those giant objects in the sky, then I'm sure that some people out there will probably get a lot of attention from that stuff. But the thing is, hopping on all these bandwagons does have itself its own negativity. And when you think about it, it was one thing for me to, for example, talk about the nCoV pandemic at the height of when it happened. Throughout early to mid 2020, when the pandemic grew to a point where lockdowns were initiated worldwide. I mean, not long after those were actually lifted in summer 2020, I actually talked about the pandemic from what I already knew about it. So, apart from how political people have been making this topic, it's a natural disaster. It's a pandemic. It's not a voting scheme. It's not an insurrection. It's not anything of the sort. It's a natural disaster, like a tornado or earthquake. Except it happens from nature. Not from something that happens with the earth or something that goes on in the cosmos. It's literally a spreading of a new disease, a hybrid of a previously known disease known as SARS, which is what nCoV is based off of. So, the thing is, those are, just to name a few, 3 different methods of how you can get a lot of views. But now that I've talked about all that, I can basically get on track here with the point as to why some people might think that my view counts are too low here. I'm willing to admit, first of all, that some of my videos probably don't meet every possible piece of criteria regarding how to grab views from other people and how to gain attention from certain subscribers and whatnot. Some people out there probably aren't seeing a lot of things out there that they might like and all the stuff here and there that might unfold. But to tell you the truth, there's really so much more to it than just the things that are garnering so much attention lately, like the politics and stuff. The main thing, though, is that some videos of mine, they might seem like they're dated. But the thing is that Hot Wheels, Nerf, gaming, those are things that are still popular. Why else are people still talking about them today? Why else do we have people who listen to rock and roll, for example, even though Paul Stanley from Kiss literally said not too recently that rock and roll is officially dead as of recently? How could it be dead if people still listen to those songs? Their songs, nonetheless. But not just Kiss, any rock band in general. How is it dead if people still give attention to it, give money to it? That doesn't make much sense. And the same thing would go with the fact that, well, people are going to start probably thinking differently about other things as well. But that's just the whole point of it. A really, really bad piece of nature here called opinions. Okay? It's people's opinions that have caused this mess in this country. It's opinions that have driven us apart from each other, prevented us from even coming together when disaster even struck. Think about it. If it wasn't for opinions at all, we would have been a much better society than we've already been. Way better. If there was some way to eliminate politics from our country's way of life, oh boy, I would not only petition for it, but I would give every ounce of my life savings to fund a campaign for that. Every ounce, every penny possible. Everything that I own, even these clothes I'm wearing. I don't even care if it costs only a dime for people to buy them me. I would give that dime away to ensure that we don't have any more of this drama. So, I feel like that might just cut this whole thing altogether. So, hopefully you guys are continuing to enjoy all this stuff, and I'm seriously wondering, when are we ever going to have an ending to any of this crap, you know? Sometimes I just need a long break from the web. Long break. But if you want to see more of that on my channel, then make sure that you like, subscribe, comment, follow me on social media, and stay on the Hollywood side.